Javi versus Ken and Gackt. Ain't that right, SSB kid?
Yeah, it's gonna be so cool to watch these guys play. These guys rock it against each other, mainly because I have a personal connection to Javi because he literally slept on my couch for 2 months in 2021. So seeing them rock it in doubles is such a good time. Javi is considered one of the best doubles players to ever do it. You know, was a part of that formidable Leo Javi team that dominated a lot of Smash 4 and a lot of Ultimate pre-COVID. And now we're gonna see what Javi can do with Cloudy against Ken and Gackt. You know, no slouch for sure. Cloudy and Javi dropping earlier, a little bit earlier than expected, but they're definitely out here still making it work on FD against Team Japan. So this is going to be Mexico versus Japan directly. It's going to be awesome to see what the end result is going to be, though.
Yeah, Javi better not be sleeping on two of these formidable players that is Team Japan. They did so well at SmashCon recently, and I know they're looking to keep up that hot streak as well. And, you know, another thing about, like, Cloudy and Javi, they have some deep pockets. They have quite a few characters, isn't that right?
Yeah, they both have a handful of characters. They both play Aegis. They both, you know, Javi, and they actually both play Joker. You know, but you see Javi rocking the Lucina. The Wolf is online as well if need be. But right now, the stocks are flying like it's going out of style right now. Great showing so far from the red team.
Yeah, we definitely have our front row seats to the light show right now. Stocks going off left and right as well. Team Mexico having this phenomenal lead up against Team Japan right now. Definitely looking to throw Ken off in the mix as well. But he's still doing a good job just trying to get back in as well. But these Lucina disjoints between the Nair and the forward air have kind of just been putting in the work to fend off from Gackt and Sen. And it would have been curtains for Gackt, but he just barely mixed it back on. But Javi's still just putting him through the ringer right now. Or Cloudy, rather.
Yeah, wow, what a great tech right there from Javi, maintaining his stock. But also, whenever you do collide with someone during the PK Thunder, you make significantly less distance. That was enough for Gackt to end up losing his stock, which is very nice to see. So far, you know, that's a grab right there. It's trying to get a kill, right? Nobody home, unfortunately, gonna end up killing his own partner. However, still having a pretty good lead. If you get this stock on the Ken, this is gonna be a really nice 2v1 for the red team. So looking pretty good in this game one.
Yeah, it's just mainly him trying to go it down. The Sonic just rushing on in, looking to trap that Joker. And there you go. The stock is off right now. The blue team has Javi in a bit of a 1v1, but Javi's just so good at kind of just controlling that space. They can definitely find their way back from the ledge, and yes, they do. Looking to hold it down once again as Cloudy kind of just comes in and steals it right there.
Yeah, that's going to be it right there. A little bit of a mishap, right? But still finds themselves into this 2v1 setting. This is exactly where the red team wants to be. Here comes the combos, right? The jab combos doesn't get the last connection right there with the up smash. Gonna find the ledge trap situation right here, though. Just gets the right option, and this could be the end of the game. Gackt, though, doing a really good job fighting for his life right here in this 2v1 setting.
Yeah, and you already know Ness just struggles to get back down to the ground as the Joker up air rips, taking that game one. Now, I would dare say this is probably the worst team they could have ever faced in this whole entire bracket.
Yeah, I feel like in this situation, just because of the swords factor on Team Mexico's side, this could be a situation where, you know, Gackt might not have the greatest time, and Ken, while, you know, with Sonic, is able to dash in and out and get himself out of sticky situations. Sometimes it can be hard to get Gackt out, but, you know, you have the air drift, you have the air mobility from Gackt. So if you're able to, you know, maintain more of a linear one person on the ground, one person in the air, it could be enough to maybe turn the tides in your favor, which they were bringing it back towards the end, right? It's just the red team had a sizable lead for a good chunk of the game, and they just didn't let it go. Yeah, we are going to get a change in scenery, though, with the Town and City pick, so it's going to be nice to see.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be a tall order, especially with that kind of just crippling disadvantage that Ness has. But they really just have to focus on getting these 1v1s in order to just avoid just getting juggled, outranged as well. And I'm really interested to see how the Ness is going to fall into place, because it's a very, very interesting doubles character that can work as a stock tank or a stock taker. But it looks like Team Japan is going to be the one to secure the first stock of this game too.
Yeah, it was a really good positioning and really good execution from Ken. Gets the spring onto Cloudy, forcing him to recover a little bit higher and from a more diagonal angle, which then forces the angle down forward smash, which got the stock anyways. But stock's trending all around. Ken is the only one maintaining his first stock. This could be an early kill right here. Wow,
No.
Gackt on his last stock already. Cloudy's resourcefulness with the Arsene counter. Great stuff right there.
Not once, but twice. The red team has crippled Gackt's recovery so much. Unfortunate pineapple there on the Town City, but you actually...
Javi, I don't know what happened right there. Accidentally gets pineapple. Then what looked like a pretty good situation for the red team is returned back to a lead on the blue team side. Ken maintaining his first stock, still barely touched at 47%.
Yeah, blue team is certainly enjoying this now, and they certainly are looking to just run with this at this point. There was the shield break for... Oh, nothing went online, but Ken still just trying to fight Cloudy in this just 1v1 with the Joker. Not really able to get a hit in, just whittling down that shield, but is still looking to kind of just take off that Arsene, clip his wings, and take it out of the picture for that kill power.
Yeah, great resourcefulness right from Cloudy earlier. Nice jab and up smash combo. Gets the first stock. We saw the resourcefulness from Cloudy, understanding when Gackt was trying to get, you know, the PK rocket, ends up Rebels guarding it, which is what we saw early on the left side, which got us full Arsene. So great resourcefulness right there. The blue team, however, still maintaining this lead. One stock apiece. If you can get this stock onto Gackt, you pretty much put yourself in an even situation, and if you have the follow-ups, you know, this is just one combo away from just evening up the percents as well. So.
Yeah, again, they're kind of just like met with that juggle situation. Ken was finding himself just in a little bit of it, cycling between Cloudy and Javi. And Ken looking to take one of them out right now, especially going through the spring abyss, but Javi able to find their way back now, still definitely looking to just get into these 1v1s once again so they can try and find a secure. Just try and gain back that lead that they had at the beginning of the game.
Yeah, Cloudy getting a little bit impatient, though, trying to throw out these up smashes to get the stock onto Gackt, right? Not going to be it right there, but finally finds the back air, forces the share stock, and if you get this kill onto Ken, this could be a situation where if you're able to hold the first stock, this is everything right here. You saw the downer into the back air from Javi not work out in his favor entirely, not going to get the kill. Needs to make it back. Tech situation, this is so scary. Red team.
Yeah, the whole team is just hanging on by a thread right now. Both of them at 130, 90 apiece right now. They really need to take Ken out of the picture, but it is Cloudy left in the 1v right now with the Joker. The Arsene is out, so this very well could be a comeback, but no. Gackt shuts down all of those dreams with the up air.
Yeah, rather unfortunate, right? Because we did see the SD from Javi earlier at the beginning of the game. So definitely a what-if situation. Could have been a 2-0 in their favor right now because they maintained it very close. It was 1 or 2 hits away from being a favorable situation towards Team Mexico's side. But especially towards the end, you saw both Cloudy and Javi be a little bit too impatient, trying to catch, you know, just throwing out these up smashes, throwing out these kill moves to try to just immediately have a 2v1 started. And, you know, that ended up to be the difference maker for Team Japan to tie up the set counts 1 apiece.
Yeah, and they're just taking some time to just look over the stage list here, debating on what they're going to do for their bands. What stage? I imagine we're going to see a bit of a change in scenery. Definitely don't want to run it back to Town City. They were finding success, though. I do want to say they were finding success. It kind of just snowballed out of proportion off of Javi's unfortunate SD.
Yeah, definitely unfortunate SD, but, you know, it just goes to show, you know, how talented, you know, this team really is. Even with the SD maintaining it all the way down to last stock, potentially could have started the 2v1 on their side if things went a little bit more their way. So, you know, they're definitely excited to just keep it going, and it looks like they're just going to run it back. Like you said, found a lot of success on this stage, regardless of, you know, the SDs and the miscommunications, which is why I think they're opting to run it back, period.
Yeah, they just need to find a lot of... For Team Japan, it's a lot of finding that 1v1 success to slowly pick off these stocks and just whittle them down till they even get to that forceful, like, or that perhaps share stock situation. So it is really up for Red Team here to keep on the aggression, especially in these situations. Like, you had to take Ken out right there, but you don't get it, unfortunately. Now we're up with high percentages right now. We definitely need to make some magic happen here, but Javi's just not going to find it there from Ken.
Yeah, Javi doing a really good job right here, though. Boxing Ken, walling Ken out, so Cloudy could just do whatever he wants against Gackt, right? It's looking to prove, to be sort of enough to make it happen. Great down smash to cover the tech in. You already know Javi, he's more about positional advantage in terms of neutral positions and advantage state. Being in the right spot as opposed to frame trapping or doing anything like that. That all is just a result of being in a good position. Not enough for Gackt to make it back, loses the first stock. Ken at 97%, could potentially lose it as well in Town City. So.
That's very good. They're meeting their win conditions of kind of just edge guarding these two characters. This is something that Lucina and Joker are insanely good at. Even though Cloudy kind of went down, it's only inevitable that Ken stock is going to go very soon, as he's kind of just looking to just combo break, interrupt as well, get as much damage off as he can before he kind of goes out of the picture here. And he is just still doing a great job keeping up a lot of these extensions, holding on to that lead.
Yeah, holding on to the lead right there. Ken able to maintain that stock, finding the kill onto Javi. Great stuff right here. You saw the follow-ups on both ends. They were both, looking for some crazy follow-ups to get maybe an early kill here and there. But so far, Ken able to maintain it, though. An F2 at the ledge, a back air could definitely be more than enough, though, to lose that first stock. Gackt, though, as well, kind of in a similar situation we saw earlier. Gackt already potentially almost on his last stock if Red Team plays their cards right.
Yeah, and we're kind of like seeing a lot of interesting trades between two of these players. It kind of starts off with Javi kind of just taking out on Ken with the damage, and Cloudy taking on Gackt as well. And then they trade off to meet those win conditions, to secure those kills, especially off of edge guarding, off of potential team combo kills, which we may see here in this corner situation if it goes off.
Yeah, I will say, though, that sometimes both players are looking to cover the same option, which sometimes when you do that, you put yourself in a positional disadvantage, which is why for a good chunk of that, last 60 seconds, we saw the blue team with a ton of stage control, and we saw that second kill on the Cloudy. So sometimes, you got to communicate a little bit better one another, but still, aside from all of that, even stocks, pretty much even percents.
Yeah, all even across the board right now. Gackt definitely looking to take one up a piece right here, trying to keep up the up air juggle, but he finds himself in the clutches of Javi's sword, as Javi now trying to keep this control against Ken as he spin dashes in, looking to kind of just fend Cloudy off his partner. But still, they're going toe-to-toe right now, scrapping for this stock. It's only a matter of time.
Yeah, I love how they just kept Gackt in the air for so long, and Ken, while being the fastest character on the ground, can't do a ton in the air. So Gackt forcing the share stock, and Ken already at kill percent last stocks.
Yeah, and now we are at that FD, so things could get a little scary here, and it definitely does with the John Wick F smash coming full force through, baby.
Yeah, he said he killed his dog, man. Be careful, bro. It's crazy. But so... Oh, man.
You gotta go on the chase right now. Gackt is left to fend for himself. The up smash doesn't take it, but the grappling hook!
Oh, my goodness.
Cloudy!
Cloudy going crazy. Javi, the Team Mexico, clawing their way, and Cloudy specifically grappling his way onto that 2-1 lead right now. Man, there's so much to talk about. I don't know about you guys, but I'm personally a big doubles enthusiast, and there's so many things that they were doing right the entire time that were able to get them that game. Specifically, the last stock on the Gackt, it was disadvantage state the entire time. And while Ken was doing a really good job running around trying to cover the landings, it didn't matter because, Javi and Cloudy just kept, forcing Gackt in situations where air dodge, okay, the other person runs in, hits. Air dodge, the other person hits. And it just juggled back and forth until ultimately had to use the share stock on the Ken, and that was enough to win that third game, so...
Yeah, it is really up to Team Japan right now to force this Game 5 situation. Kind of just disassemble that game plan that Cloudy and Javi have kind of worked out for themselves, which we're seeing a lot of success from, just swapping off when they meet the respective percentages, the situations, and then finding to secure these kills. We are seeing Ken forcing the 1v1 and helping out so well with that. I mean, look at that damage falling on.
Yeah, piling on a ton of damage right here, though. Gackt, though, trying to start the onslaught again. Definitely Gackt is one who also wants to take point. So Ken being the stock tank definitely makes sense as to why he was able to maintain his stocks for so long. But Javi drawing first blood onto Ken for the first time this set, I believe. Ken is the first one to lose a stock.
Yeah, and it's incredibly hard because like you're Sonic, you're running all around. You're definitely going to be the one in the situation to kind of capitalize on a lot of things. And there, Javi was the one that capitalized, getting that kill very early in that last zone, and now just juggling Ken, trying to pile up that damage as well. And now I know they're definitely looking for that condition to kind of just get Gackt down to that stock as well. Javi is fighting for that stage space for Cloudy to get back, but unfortunately, Cloudy ain't gonna make it.
Yeah, you saw the low angle he was going for. It was mainly because he didn't want to up B the regular way and get hit by Yo-Yo, which is why you saw that really unorthodox approach.
Ooh.
And it still wasn't enough. And speaking about not enough, Ken not able to maintain that second stock, already on the last stocks, and you don't want to be in this situation, especially with Javi still living. Misses the tech, though. This should be it, potentially. No, able to make it back with the back air across stage, more than enough. Ken doing a really good job, losing stocks, but still taking stocks as well. So, he's being very productive regardless, and it could be enough for them to make it a 2-2 situation. But right now, Ken needs to be careful. Last stock situation for him.
Yeah, and Gackt is kind of just trying to hold ground, really. Try to get damage on across the board, really hold onto the stock, as Ken's the one to just kind of run in, combo break, secure a lot of these situations, which we're seeing, but Red Team has been doing such a great job of just shutting down these approaches. He's been having to think a lot more before he runs in to kind of save Gackt here.
Yeah, and speaking of saving Gackt right there, Cloudy doing a really good job. Almost got this charge read to try to catch Gackt's landing. Doesn't get it, though. Still looking like in a really good situation. If you can get this early kill on the Ken, getting a share stock situation could be very, very good for you.
Oh, Gackt catching Javi with the yo-yo there and catching Cloudy as well, hitting him with a 2-for-1 special. This could be some very needed momentum going back for the side of Japan right now. Ken has been doing such a great job just kind of letting Gackt take all these hits, all the damage, all the kills, because at this point, you just got it with those 2 stocks at the 132.
Yeah, 132, Gackt doing a really good job maintaining alive. Finds the backer right there, forcing the share stock. This is exactly what we talked about earlier. We needed this situation to happen. However, the red team, finding themselves in the situation, unfortunately, though, at last stock situations. But now, 2v1 for the red team, maintaining their last stocks, still alive right now in this situation. Could get the upset over Team Japan. Ken having to make the comeback of his life just to force it to a game 5, not even to win the set.
Yeah, the hopes are all on Team Japan right now. Gackt has entrusted everything to Ken in order to get the stock. He is maneuvering, he is dancing all around these two, trying to find that opening, but he is unfortunately just getting ping-ponged for these 2 anime characters on Talon City.
Yeah, great stuff right there. Scary situation, though. Unfortunate. No, you're able to make it back still. I was about to say, Cloudy almost hit Javi off stage where Ken could have gotten a, just a quick back air or forward air, and that would have been a 1v1 situation. So scary right now. You see the coordination, sometimes a little bit miscommunicated, right? The timings of the moves also coming out a little bit late, a little bit preemptively. You can tell the nerves are in place, right? They don't want to go to a game 5 in this situation.
Yeah, and it very well might be. Ken is really testing their limits right now, especially with all that damage up on Javi and Cloudy as well. And there goes Javi. Ken looking to secure this game 4 right now against Cloudy. Wasn't able to find the F smash. Is starting to bank it all on the F smash. Ken, you're playing Sonic. You gotta just find those situations, find the opportunity to go on in. You cannot fold to the Arsene, and we are still just hanging on right now.
Yeah, you got to remember that this matchup in a 1v1 situation is very good for Sonic. But he does it better. He finds the back air, clutches out the situation right there. Javi and Cloudy, you saw that embrace. They knew you just clutched it out, man. And you just eliminated Team Japan from the tournament. What a showing. Clutch performance, ice in his veins. Or as, my friends back home in Mexico used to say, yellow en la vena. Ice in the veins. Insane clutch performance right there.
Yeah, that was so phenomenally well played. You know, after that first game that Ken and Gackt took from Cloudy and Javi, they really knew how to clean it up, play to like a very good win condition. Like we were saying before, they knew how to force those last situation like share stock